Hello, welcome to the channel, or back to the channel. And this is I'm trying to find out some information actually. So I don't know if anyone who watches the videos is involved in how it all works. But I'm kind of having a last push to try and see if I can, after 6 or 7 years now playing Shaman, maybe get a try and get an epic on a Shaman, and I'm trying to think of the best way of doing it, because I play, as you probably all know if you've been watching for a while, I always play off peak. It's difficult for me to log in on peak, although I might be able to do it if it was just for a short period of time. But I guess it's more about the availability and the cost really of things. I mean, I was looking on. I kind of thought, oh, well, I'll look on the forums and see what's going on, and there didn't seem to be anyone selling them. There's some guy who wants to buy one, but he's been looking for about 2 weeks now, it seems, and there's been no response. Actually, no, not 2 weeks. He's bumped it a few times and he hasn't had any responses, and there's no one selling them. It doesn't appear on there that as of me just looking now. So I'm actually wondering if it's viable at all, or if they've just got to that point where they're like rocking all shit, and yeah, they're just people are just giving them to. It's all guildies and alts and stuff that are getting them, and there's none available on the market, as it were. I've kind of been pricing up my sort of assets to try and sort it out, and to get anywhere approaching the figure I'd probably need to sell everything I've got, essentially, which might seem foolish, but the only thing that I really would be concerned about selling would be my JBB, really, because I think that's still quite useful. But I suppose if you've got an epic, it's kind of less useful, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, but just looking now and looking at, I mean, I'm not saying obviously the forums are the be all and end all, but there's no one selling and there's someone looking and not getting any bites. I'm just wondering if it's viable. You know, will I be in a situation where I sell everything? Well, I might not even be able to make the money up anyway. But if I sell everything and then there's just not one available, so then I haven't got any kit. And I probably sold the kit for less than I should have done, and then you end up trying to buy it back and it's more, you know, that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I guess I kind of was just having a last shot at trying to get a after all this time, trying to get an epic on the Shaman. Maybe even, you know, maybe the final attempt at trying to keep my enthusiasm going, keep the channel going, that kind of thing. But I'm just wondering what the viability is. So if I know that it's viable, maybe no one knows. I don't know. Maybe I'm asking the wrong people. But if I know it's viable, I can then kind of maybe look at selling what I've got, trying to get as much as I can for it, and then, you know, there might be something available. But yes, I'm not even sure if I put this video up, really. I mean, who cares, to be honest. But yeah, I was just thinking, just personally for myself, I'm just thinking it could be a last opportunity to get one, before I move on to other things. Yeah, I'm just wondering what the viability is. If anyone out there who knows, who's involved in doing it, or you're in a guild that kind of does it, you know, and just people that don't know, did I mention it? I don't know if I mentioned it previously, because I forget things really easily, but I only play off peak. So joining a guild, like I'm not the sort of person who can just join a guild, get what they want, then move to another guild. I see quite a lot of people do that, and that seems pretty scummy to me. I'll join a guild, get what I want. I don't get what I want, so I'll go to another guild until I get what I want. And that's kind of not what I want to do. So it's difficult playing off peak to join a guild and then be involved in the guild. I mean, and then be active in the guild and help people enough to then get to a point where you feel comfortable with, you know, them receiving help as well. I think that's the thing with the guild thing. So that's because I just play off peak. So I won't be able to do any raiding and stuff with guilds when people generally raid and that kind of thing. So yeah, so that's so if anyone says just join a guild. Well, that's kind of the issue there. So I only play off peak, and it's really difficult for me to get on peak. Although if I really had to for a short period of time, I probably could. But yeah, but that's it really. I was just wondering if there's anyone out there who's in the know, and if it's actually worth me going ahead and selling all this stuff in the hope that it's a viable thing, or if it's just probably better off just ignoring it. I think that's it. Thanks for watching.